Welcome back to C Tarot. Welcome, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I am so glad to have you here with us today. So, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we're going to do a reading for you. And today's reading is about career, it's about energy, and it's about money. So I'm going to pull 10 cards for you, and we're going to look at the energy for all 12 houses, okay? And specifically, I will clarify the 10th house for you. I will also clarify the 3rd house for you and any other houses that energetically call to me. So your 3rd house in astrology is about sharing. It's about communication. It's typically ruled by the sign Gemini. Your 10th house rules career, motives, motivation, society, how you interact with the collective. So like I said, we'll clarify your 3rd house and your 10th house for the specific reading and anything that calls to me during your reading, fire signs. I'm feeling a group of you is pulling in a little bit stronger than others, okay? A little more fiery than others. Ooh, I wonder who that is. Aries, or is it Leo? In terms of temperature-wise, some of you are just energetically very, very intense right now because of the planetary influences. Some of you are more of like a soft kindling fire heat type of energy, and then some of you need to be brought back to life, I need to say. Okay, so let's take a look here. Yep, I'm feeling it right now, like I said. And then I will do a spirit animal, spirit guide message, a bonus oracle for you at the end. I will pull 3 cards, one for Aries, one for Leo, and one for Sagittarius. All right, let's take a deep dive right in. Strength card. Okay, Leo, you're making yourself known already. Strength, this is actually the card for Leo. So that is the dominant energy that I'm picking up on. And some of you, Aries or Sagittarius, probably may have some Leo in your birth chart somewhere. So this is what I'm getting for the 1st house, which is yourself. And so what I'm seeing is predominantly there's a lot of energy that is circulating around your attempt to maintain control and try to get control, try to instill some discipline, getting some routine into your lives. Some of you may have been feeling like things are a little bit out of whack, and there's this energy of trying to take control of your life right now. And that's the dominant energy here for your 1st house, and that's the energy that you're in specifically. For your 2nd house, which is regarding your possessions, wow, the synchronicity and alignment is crazy. Temperance, this is Sagittarius. If we get the Emperor card, that's Aries. I would not be surprised. Like I said, the energy is so heavy and so dense. So for your possessions, we have Temperance here showing us that little by little, there's an integration of resources for some of you. I'm getting specifically in a relationship department realm. There is a slow integration of your life with someone else's life. Also, there is a a sense of protection regarding your possessions, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This applies to all three of you. Okay. King of Pentacles for your third house. So this is how you're communicating regarding your possessions and regarding sharing resources. I want to say, fire signs, you all are not particularly feeling that generous. It's the energy of you are generous, but I am getting that the energy right now is not feeling particularly wanting to share. And then in terms of how you're communicating right now, energetically, your money is this is the energy of wanting to protect your resources, okay? Wanting to protect your resources and all of the things, all of the money that you have been saving up. This energy of not wanting to necessarily spend it. And if you do spend it, you want to spend it on your kids, you want to spend it on your parents, you want to spend it on family in general, people who you care about. But there's a lot of restraint I'm getting, which isn't typically like some of you, especially Aries. There's an impulsiveness to the quality of some of the personality traits in your sign just because Aries, you're ruled by Mars, okay? For your fourth house, which is regarding family, home, and your ancestor spirit guides, you have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles showing that you're just getting rained down upon in this area of your life, in your home life. There's a sense of having it all. There is, however, also an energy of having a tremendous amount of wealth, and it doesn't have to be financially. I need to tell you, this is also emotional fulfillment in that department there. For your fifth house, which rules taking risks, it has to do with children and entertainment, how you spend your leisure time, the pleasures of life. Your fifth house is showing 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is about negotiating, okay? This is also about trying to find the best deal or solution. This is the energy of wanting to have pleasure, wanting to have fun in your life, wanting to entertain yourself. So in terms of how you're spending money regarding things that are entertaining for you or things that you want to use for your pastime, your weekends, your after hours, this is saying that you're looking a little bit more closer to the details and you're more willing to try to get a deal or try to get a sale or try to negotiate, barter, get the price down a little bit more so that you can have more money for other things. That's what I'm seeing. For your sixth house, we have King of Wands. Wands, this is absolutely fire energy. Wands are fire, okay? So we have here regarding your work life, regarding your health. I'm seeing here, for some of you in the past, you were a lot healthier. And it seems to be that you're not necessarily where you want to be health-wise, or this can have something to do with your appearance, or it can be more like your actual health, I want to say. And when it comes to your attitude about your health, you tend to look back on the past very often, and you're trying to revisit like things. And I have a specific message for you from Spirit saying that like what you did before is not going to work now. And specifically, a number of you are simply getting older, okay? And then for those of you who are male, predominantly, I need to tell you that there is a specific message for you as well, that your they're saying glory days are over. I don't know what that means, but really time that you spent perhaps staying out late or partying or doing things that, I mean, because King of Wands is like, this is the Bachelor card, okay? And he's facing towards the west, which is in the past. So there's a message here regarding your health, your sixth house, about, what you did in the past isn't necessarily going to serve you or help you in your present or future state. Interesting. For your seventh house, is typically ruled by Libra, okay? And this is about contracts. It's about trying to get balance in your life. This is also the relationship department. I'm seeing Three of Swords here. So there's some sort of painful decision or heartbreaking situation. And I'm not seeing this as a full-on breakup for all of you. There's so many of you can have so many different scenarios, but what's consistent is that there is something that someone said or did that really kind of hurt you, okay? And so I see some of you may have actually shed a tear or two. I know Leo's like, not me. Yeah, so I'm seeing this here in your seventh house. Check out your love reading. I will post those a little bit later, either today or next weekend. We'll see. Let's look at your eighth house. Ooh, so your eighth house is about karma. It's about transformation. It's about rebirth. It's also about sex. And interestingly enough, you have a big old Ace of Wands. And that big old wand can represent a lot of different things, especially those of you whose mind is already in the gutter, Leo and Sag. You know exactly what this is about. So, Ace of Wands, lots of passion, lots of desire. Someone wants to give that wand, lay it down, if you catch my drift. There's heavy energy here. In terms of karma and transformation, you're being given a new opportunity, a new passion, a new dream here that can potentially completely change your life. Okay. For your ninth house, which is about travel, expansion, okay? It's about learning. For your ninth house, I'm seeing Eight of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, especially, you rule the ninth house, which is Jupiter, okay? This is about working on, and there's a message here about working on learning. So some of you are working towards a degree or higher degree or certification, or you're just really putting in a lot of work in maybe even yourself. Some of you are working on travel plans. Some of you may be working on simply your relationship with spirit. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at your 10th house. Three of Cups. Your 10th house is your career, your motivation, society. This is how you interact with the collective. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is like, I am very clearly seeing these three different people as embodiments of all three of you. So we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, all three of you. And this Three of Cups is showing a snapshot, a picture of the fact that many of you are fortunately having a blessing in terms of your planetary influences for you. So for fire signs, this is a really good time for celebrating and being grateful for the opportunities that you've received or that you will receive in the near future regarding the contributions that you've made towards helping the collective, as well as your advancement in your career. I need to tell you, many of you fire signs have been one of the most powerful influences in moving the collective forward energetically, meaning providing healing towards others. Many of you are light workers or just simply healers, or people who really uplift others. Okay, you're a joy to be around. Every time you're around, there's this positive energy, this optimistic energy, this joyful, fun, enjoyable energy. You guys are just so wonderful to be around. You really raise the vibration of the entire collective and thus the universe. Okay. So there's a message to celebrate that. For the 11th house, which is about um, guides, spirit guides, this is about messages that you receive from your soul tribe, okay, and how you interact with those groups, those spirit guides. And so the message here is about getting out of your thoughts, okay? Many of you have trapped yourselves into this false illusionment. Some of you are quite literally disillusioned into some sort of thinking, okay? And it's not like the state of the way you live. It's about something. There's something specific in your life this is the energy of spirit trying to tell you, by the way, that thing that you keep thinking about, you're trapping yourself by thinking about it so much. For your 12th house, which is about miracles, healing, this is also about luck, okay? King of Swords here is showing up, all right? And for your 12th house, I need to say that I'm picking up more about, okay, so 12th house also rules privacy. And so I need to tell you, there is an energy here that's communicating very clearly, okay? Swords are about clarity, gaining clarity on a situation. And there's a masculine energy here regarding the way that you communicate. And there's a specific message here for you. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All three of you, not one or two of you. All three of you really do need to start thinking a little bit more about the way that you are entrusted with secrets, okay? Because some of you are not as good as you could be with holding on to information that people tell you. And this is about right now. This is not about the past. It's not about the future. This is about right now. And there's a message here about, when someone communicates something with you, this really is like a warning about like avoiding gossip. This is like you're going to be entrusted, if you haven't already, with information. And I'm getting, for a lot of you, you already have information, or I want to say dirt, I guess, on someone or something or an organization. And there's a very powerful message about like, keep it a secret, for there's a reason why it's not meant to be shared. Okay. All right. So like I said, we're going to clarify. And so first, let's clarify your third house. Okay. So how you're communicating, your energy, your money, your career. Let's clarify that King of Pentacles. Spirits, guides, universe, divine, please clarify. King of Pentacles. So we have the Magician. So you have everything that you need to manifest what you desire. Like I said, you are on fire. Sounds cliche, but literally, I'm not kidding. Look at this with the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is absolute confirmation that in terms of your finances, in terms of, your career, in terms of how you're communicating, in terms of your resources, this is like you definitely feel emotionally fulfilled. You feel stable, for many of you. For those of you who don't, you have everything that you need within you to do that, to accomplish that. Okay? Let's look at your 10th house. Career, motivation, society, collective. Let's clarify that 3 of Cups. Spirits, guides, universe, divine. Clarify the 3 of Cups for Aries, Page of Wands. Okay, so there is a message here. Page of Wands. Pages are messengers. Wands, and this is a wand. Wands are fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, there is a message for you regarding your career, okay? And also regarding like what you've been doing for the collective. Something is coming towards you, and what's coming towards you is 9 of Cups. A dream come true, a wish, a desire, something you've been wanting for a very long time is coming towards you as payment, energetic payment for all that you've done for the collective. Congratulations in advance. I want to quickly clarify one more. This 8 of Swords, we need to see what this is about. This was from your 11th house. Let's clarify. Clarify the 8 of Swords, please. You have 3 of Wands with the 5 of Cups. No surprise there. So it's like, this is specifically whatever it is that you keep thinking about. I'm seeing exactly what it is. This is having an expectation, like waiting for something. Like there's something that you want that you don't yet have. There's also something that you may have you have like some additional desires. It's like this feeling of like nothing's ever good enough for you. It's like this person here in 5 of Cups is just focusing on these 3 cups that are spilled over, not noticing the 2 that are right behind them. There's the energy of not really, kind of like being spoiled in a way, spoiled for choice, just having so many options and tending to want the things that you can't have rather than being joyful and grateful for the things that you do have. So stop obsessing over what you don't have and start appreciating what is right in front of you. I want to say some of you are missing out on or not seeing something. You're not seeing something. I just split this ever. This is Aries. So that's all that we were missing here to complete this triad. This synchronicity is beautiful. So Strength, Temperance, and the Emperor. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm getting that this message specifically was just for you, Aries. Some of you others may resonate, but predominantly Aries, this is your confirmation. I am talking to you. Be grateful for what you do have. Okay, being in that vibration of gratitude is going to provide you with so many blessings in the future, okay? And there's a secret, there's something hidden. I will reveal it to you in a second here. I just want to pull all 3 of these just to show how lovely we've got representation of all 3 signs in the reading, okay? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. How lovely. Okay, so let's see what's hidden from you. I like to be nosy, so I'm going to take a look and ask, see if they will reveal it. Spirits, guides, universe. What is hidden from my fire signs that knowing about it will help them for their highest good? Spirits, guides, universe, clarify the 7 of Swords. Conflict. Ooh. So there's that expression, don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. I need to tell you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 5 of Wands. There's so many wands here. Again, wands are fire energy. So this is coming through very clearly, a message for you. Some of you may have a life path number 5, or someone you're connected to is a 5. I don't know. You know what this number means for you in your life, but I need to tell you, clearly in the illustration, you see lots of fighting going on. The message, the thing that's hidden from you, that 7 of Swords, that something's going to sneak up on you. If it hasn't already, it's going to happen, where you're going to find yourself kind of fighting constantly, either with yourself or someone else. Okay. And the good news is, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Hangman. So the Hangman is telling me 2 things. It's telling me, one, that what you're fighting about is this desire. This desire is like you want someone else to make more sacrifices. Okay, Hangman, this is someone who is kind of, hanging over by a tree, and it's like this is a symbol. Okay, there's a lot of symbology in the cards in the tarot, and one of them is similar to the cross, like Jesus Christ is sacrificing, this sacrificial energy. It's a fighting, like wanting someone to make more sacrifices, okay, for you. And there's a conflict because I'm picking up that it's not reciprocated, because I'm seeing here many of you have spent a lot of your lives making sacrifices for others. And I need to say also, the second thing is that you're going to be enlightened. You're going to gain a lot of insight. It's like you're going to make, either way you win, regardless of the fact that there's going to be definitely some painful realizations and maybe some hurtful things said. Okay, it doesn't have to be that there's like complete breakup, like I said, but there are some hurtful things, hurtful words, and hurtful thoughts going on, okay, with those swords. But the good thing is, like I said, you're going to gain, you're going to ascend, you're going to level up, you're going to develop, you're going to mature even more, because you're going to have a realization about this type of conflict, okay? And I'm getting specifically, one of the things you're going to realize is really just that there's no one else like you, okay? This is very specific for many of you. Not everyone has the capacity to live like this, the way that you do, to sacrifice so much of yourself all of the time. Okay. But I also need to tell you that you're setting a beautiful example. They may not outright say it to you, to your face, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but the way that you are and the way that you live your life, the way that you give so much of yourself and sacrifice so much, your sacrifices are not in vain. Okay, so don't be discouraged at the fact that other people just are not like you, and it may not be reciprocated. I need to split the deck because you're saying a message specifically about, again, wow, the World, Major Arcana. This is about leveling up. This is about making major transformations and major changes in your personal development. This is the energy. This is a portal of energy right here that you are going through. There's a tremendous amount of freedom and liberation that's going to come with the moment you just really come to acceptance and to terms with that fact that there's no one else like you, and you can't always expect others to be in that same level of vibration that you are, in which you have the capacity to give and to give and to give and to sacrifice. Okay, because you were made and fashioned in that way and for that purpose. Other people can't do that. They cannot, because they don't have the bandwidth to live that way. You need to understand that. All right, so I'm going to shuffle here. We're going to pull 3 cards for you for your bonus oracle card reading. We'll do one more time. I'm channeling some messages here about seeing things from a new perspective or from a new height. I want to say from a new height. It's like standing on top of a very high tower, or like just being able to see more than you have before. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. So, Aries, you have Guardian Angel here as your oracle card, your spirit card. You are not alone. And there's a feather here because there's a need to understand that same message I was channeling about seeing things from a different perspective. You're being watched over at all times. And you can't always see, you don't have the same view, the same omniscient view. Omniscient means being able to see and know things, all things, all the time. You don't have that. You have a very limited perspective. But you may not always be in awareness. It's like this is the energy of that there are other forces out there, but you have a hard time like really accepting that. And I want to say for some of you, you may have never had like a spiritual, supernatural encounter. And a number of you have, but still doubt it. It was like almost so, like, even for example, like the reading today, seeing the synchronicities, seeing the way that, there's no coincidences. The card for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius came out in the reading, and that's the chances of that. There's a statistic probability, I'm sure, but it's like just something tiny and small like that. It's those things like that are hard for you to accept or believe as a supernatural thing, because I want to say predominantly your brain functions from a very rational, logical side, and it's hard for you to make that spiritual connection. But whether or not you believe doesn't change the fact that it exists. There's a whole world out there that you can't see. And you know this. You know it on an intellectual level. But like I said, it's almost like I'm also getting the energy. Some of you are ready. Some of you are, I'm feeling you've been waiting and you've been open and you're ready to have an encounter with the divine, with the supernatural. But overall, the message is you're not alone. This is just a reminder for you, okay? You're always going to be cared for financially. Okay? Always. Leo, I'm seeing the season of spring here. See your seeds grow. Leo, there's a message for you about there's a collective of you who are really starting to see. It's like in the springtime, we're now in summer currently at the time of this reading. But think about just the seasons in itself, okay? Spring is about new things. It's about growth. It's about seeing all of the things that you've started before starting to pay off. Things blossom in the springtime, right? It's about life. Things being brought to life. I'm getting very specific here. Like, many of you may be feeling energetically dead inside. I need to say, it sounds very, very strong, but some of you may just be feeling like you're just kind of going through the motions in life. And others of you are in the complete opposite. It's like you are springing forward, like you're taking a whole new approach to life because you want to feel alive. Okay, so some of you don't feel alive, and many of you do feel alive, but there's a message here that come next year or come springtime, you are going to start seeing things pay off, especially financially. Those investments that you make now are going to help you in the future. And I'm getting for some of you who are business savvy or have some business, this is especially for those of you who may not be a Leo sun sign, but you know that you have Leo in your birth chart somewhere. In your I need to say your 10th house, things are really just happening for you now. And it's like you've slowly started to gather resources over the past, I want to say 10 years, 5 to 10 years. And finally, it's like you're going towards a situation or environment where you're finally going to be able to run your business the way that you've always envisioned it. Because I'm getting for some of you, you may have had to put it on hold for a bunch of different reasons, okay? But it's looking good. It's looking good moving forward. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the snake, which is about shedding old skin. I'm getting a very deep, deep message about many of you, Sagittarius. You have this very, very unique perspective on life. And it's like you are like a super processor, a super transformer. You have this gift. And if you're unaware of it, I'm going to tell you what it is now. You have this innate ability to transform, to turn into something new, to reinvent yourself. You have this incredible ability to move on from past situations. It's not that you don't have feelings. It's not that you don't get caught up. It's not that you don't get emotional. And it's not that you don't have attachments. It's that you have this unique gift, okay? And this has been bestowed on you by the divine. You have this ability to outgrow things, to outgrow people, to outgrow situations. So if you're finding yourself maybe in a tough situation energetically, or things are a little bit seem to be stagnant, career or money-wise, I need to tell you, or rather remind you, of this ability that you have. And that is what is going to give you new opportunities and increase in your work life, in your finances, but also moving forward. When things seem like your money's dwindling down, or you're not sure if you're in the right career, or your energy feels off, it's time to shed some old skin. If it's not feeling right energetically, Sagittarius, Spirit is telling you that's a sign. It means that it's time for you to outgrow whoever's holding you back, whatever situation is weighing you down, or whatever feels constricted, or whatever feels insufficient financially. Time to shed some old skin. Okay. Wow. I'm so pleased with this reading, and I'm so excited for you, fire signs. I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you found this to be helpful, give it a like, share it with someone you feel may benefit from it. If this is one of your signs, or if you're a cross watcher, please do comment that in the comments box. And be sure to check out your love reading. We will dive into that in a separate video. Okay? Be blessed and be well.